clean record, walked into a place that didn't have a sign out that said no weapons, and it's open carry, and we walked in there, somebody white is going to light us up and justify it. We twitched. We seemed like we were strange. We had odd behavior. You know, something is going to fly, and the rest of the world is going to be looking on TV at what happened to us. Trayvon Martin, Sandra Bland, you know, how many others? Way before this time now, Emmett Till, and all of a sudden it's justified. You know, they can say what they want to say. It's always us. We was doing something strange. Some people going to say he had no business jogging in that area if he didn't know nobody. You know, if it's a supposedly free country, he can jog whatever he want to jog.
He stayed in the neighborhood.
Like he was being right.
Mm-hmm.
But my point is, he can jog where he want to jog. It don't matter if it's Timbuktu. If he's a citizen and these laws were created to protect all men and consider all of us equal, wouldn't matter where he was jogging. If he wasn't afraid, he wasn't afraid. That still does not give somebody the right to attack you based on what they think they know and shoot you because they had words and squabbles with you and you was beating their behind. You know, so that's basically what it boils down to. You know.
Let me address something right quick. I seen a couple of people say that about like it's like every time something happens.
But here's my thing. Here's my thing, and what upsets me. His family's just supposed to take this. This just supposed to be another law. This just supposed to be. I mean, you're talking about a human life. This just supposed to go unpunished. And even if it do go unpunished, if they don't get the death penalty for what they did, what good is it? If they don't, you know, they always talk about the Bible, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. That's a scripture. So they kill somebody jogging. Should they be made to jog down the street and be shot too? You know, they just supposed to take. We just supposed to take it when it's black on black crime and we're killing each other. Oh, they silly. They over there doing this. They doing that. They doing blah blah blah. And you know that's the gist of it. But when one of them kill us, it's under investigation and they reviewing the information they received. But let the shoe been on the other foot and a black guy shot a white person jogging through that same neighborhood. They would be picketing, standing at the courthouse with weapons and anything else.
They wouldn't need to do all that because he would immediately went to jail. They wouldn't need to do all that. Okay. But let me address something right quick. Because every time something like this happens, I always hear somebody talk about black on black crime. You don't hear nobody say white on white crime. You're going to kill what you're in the area of, period. That's just a common sense thing. There's no way to justify that. But you can't compare that to somebody shocking somebody down in the street with racial background. Because even with black on black crime, those people had some type of history. This is a total everyday stranger. There was an incident that happened when somebody having a crime, domestic violence, it could have been a dope deal, but they knew each other some type of way. This is a total stranger out of the blue that you chose on no more than race in order to even murder this person, which means that was in the back of your mind all the time anyway. You can't really relate the two because if you're gonna say if you're gonna say that, you're gonna have to say white on white crime too, because that's generally who white people kill other white people. It just every time I hear somebody say that, I'll be like, dude, that's not an uncommon thing. I don't care where you go. If you go to Japan, it's going to be Japanese on Japanese crime. You know what I'm saying? It's like this because they're in the same area. That is what that is. But my thing is, everybody's not a criminal. So you can't say black on black crime. These are innocent people getting shot. These are not criminals. Nobody with a felony. Nothing like that. These are innocent people, everyday citizens getting murdered. These people in other situations are normally, most of the time, of people of some criminal damn background. You understand what I'm saying? Doing some criminal shit. You can't relate the two. That's why every time I hear somebody say that, I'm like, dude, I can't see how you trying to relate that. That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing.
Yeah, to that guy.
You can't say that. Oh, I'm worried about black on black crime over here. You ain't worried about over here. But when they go over here, they do that.
Point blank.
They're not the same thing to make them related enough to say you don't show that much interest in this versus that. Because they're not the same thing. They're not even related. This is an innocent black person over here that was jogging. If you say a black on black crime over here, it's anything criminal activity that could be going on. You know what I'm saying? Like any place you go where there's a poverty-stricken place, it's gonna be some crime going on. I don't give a damn where it's at. Every country in the world of every race has a ghetto. They have a poverty-stricken people. It's somewhere in their country, somewhere. Venezuela, Spain, Italy. I don't care where you go, they killing each other because they're poverty-stricken. Those that don't have are gonna kill to have. Period. Before they do without. Because some people going to want the easy road to doing something. That's just, hell, Russia. I don't care where you go. It's going to be a group of people doing that. So those two things are not related. I just want to make that point. But y'all go ahead.
And again, like I said, not to compare about what's done and whose crime is it. What I'm saying is this country has always turned a blind eye to white on black crime. What they just did was a crime. You cannot shoot or attack nobody for jogging, according to their rules. But now, had that brother had a MAC-10 under his sweater or something like that, it was about their life, when they rolled up and they was the ones that got shot, then what?
Now, there was the other point I wanted to hit on. For those out there listening, to the racist people that may have accidentally tuned into this, just out of curiosity, y'all never mess with those type of people. You know what I mean? Like, I've never had a racist walk up to me and try no shit like that. Or just disrespect me. Or call me nigga. Or do anything like that. You know why? Because I look like a dangerous motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just being serious. They try that on the people they feel like they could get away with it with. You know what I mean? Let's say, for instance, that same boy, he was more like 260 pounds looking like a rock with a tattoo on his neck. You feel me? Do you think they would have came and did that same bullshit? You see what I'm saying? I'm serious. Just think about all the people you see get fucked with. If something like that happens to them, some type of real racial shit. Think about how all those people look that you could ever think of just in your mind. Just take a moment. Do any of them look dangerous? Of the people you know, you can kind of look at them and just tell from looking, they about their goddamn life. Or are they innocent, everyday looking people? That's why I say you can't relate to two. They doing it on purpose. I tell people, I don't care what nobody tell you. Look at these people they fucking with. Look at the people they fucking with. Just like it could have been a black man the size of the rock walking through the neighborhood with a coat on that you couldn't tell if he had some on him or not. Guarantee you any fucking thing. Them coward motherfuckers wouldn't have walked up to him and said shit. Nothing. They would have called the police maybe, but they wouldn't have definitely approached him and said nothing. They do that shit to people. It's just like police. Police do the same thing. Well, I ain't gonna say police. I'm sorry. Bad police, goddamn it, do the same shit. They fuck with the people they don't feel dangerous. If they don't feel like the more innocent you look and the more you look like you're not a threat that you can do anything, those are the people they go overboard with. The people that they know are like with a squad of people that are all dangerous. Those are the people they don't walk up in there slapping folks upside the head and shit. They're going to treat them a little bit more. Even if they arrest them, they still treat their ass a little bit more respectful. Now, I done learned that. I've watched that shit happen. You can kiss all my ass. I've watched that shit happen. Been there and seen the shit happen. They act like when, all right, like motherfuckers I was involved with at one point when I was young in my younger years, right? At one point, them dudes was like at least 600-700 dudes strong. Was together all the time, everywhere they went. And made a name for themselves around the city, right? Now, they came one time to arrest a person. And they walked up and asked him to stand up and come with them. They didn't walk in slapping the shit out of folks, kicking people in the face. None of that shit. None of that shit. You know why? Because those were dangerous. And it was a whole bunch of them. And even if you came in and got away with the slapping and shit then, not saying they would have did nothing right then, you still live in the same goddamn city with all these motherfuckers. And between 600 motherfuckers, somebody gonna know where the fuck your family at if you jump real wrong and do some shit real bad. And they knew that. Now, there's something wrong with that. I tell people that. Watch people reaction, man. If you're not like that 24/7, if you ain't turned up like that all the time, they cowards. They doing it on certain people. The people they can get away with it with. That means you're a fucking coward. That's exactly what that means. I've watched this shit. I've watched that shit my entire fucking life. That's why certain people say certain things in certain places. They don't do it everywhere. That's just like, remember the protesters that came down here? Did y'all know that they left kind of fast in a hurry or whatever? Did y'all know that? With all their little guns and shit, they came down here to try to protest like they did in Michigan and shit. Did y'all know they left? Kind of that. It didn't last but a split second. Y'all know that, right? Because they put the shit on TV and a bunch of black folks saw it. And they ended it when the black folks started showing up. See what I'm saying? Because they know. I mean, let's be real about it. We're going to be real on the show today. They know in a situation like that, when you run around with rebel flags, right? You're in the middle of a majority black city. You run around with rebel flags and AR-15s and guns and shit. The only black people that's going to show up when they find out about it is the motherfuckers that's going to do something. Ain't no Black Lives Matter going to show up in that situation. You see what I'm saying? The motherfuckers that's going to actually get down. If they coming down there just because they saw it on the news, most of them motherfuckers is the motherfuckers that's going to get down. And we all know about what it is around here. Especially in the area they were in. If motherfuckers showed up fast, yeah, them was the motherfuckers that's going to get down. That's why they got the fuck up. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I'm like, it's almost to the point where I've started telling people, and I've started telling my girl, man, I'm going to have to teach y'all how to shoot. And, learn how to handle a firearm. Because these motherfuckers is getting out of hand. You understand me? They're getting out of hand. Be honest, man, I really didn't want to. Because I wanted to keep them girls and keep them nice and everything, and I don't want to put them in a situation of being in dangerous shit. But then I was like, hell, I may put them in a situation of being in danger by not showing them. I like, cause it's to that point. I'm like, man, I done got to a point. We done got to a point. We done made arrangements for everybody to go to the goddamn shooting range. Cause motherfuckers is getting out of hand, man. These motherfuckers getting beside themselves. I can almost feel shit elevating, like constantly. And I'm like, y'all, they just go. I'm telling you, it's just they just busted some people in California, not California. I'm sorry, Texas. A group of dudes that claim they were finna go protest, but you don't know what the fuck they was finna go do. They sent the SWAT team to go bust them. The fuck they was meeting about? About 40 of them in there. With guns and shit. What the fuck was they meeting about? See, that's kind of shit be playing in my head.
What's up shit?
And see, I'm telling you, man, what I'm thinking of this is I'm the kind of person where I'm proactive. I like to plan for shit before the shit happens. Honestly. You know what I'm saying? And I don't never know, and I travel a lot, and I go a lot of places, and not to mention we in Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? So, you never know what the fuck gonna happen. Just like, remember the dude that came here that time in his truck and ran a bomb over? A black bomb and killed him? They tried with a hate crime shit, sent him to jail, but you have to think about that for a minute. That's in this area. That type of mentality is in these people's head. That shit didn't appear in that boy head out of nowhere. That he just had the urge to come to Jackson to kill a black man. Whoever the first black man he saw. You see what I'm saying? That shit didn't come out of nowhere. And he can't be the only one because he brought a group of people with him. So they must have shared his views and his thoughts. You see what I'm saying? Now you got a crazy motherfucker in the White House that constantly talking about, instead of trying to talk motherfuckers down to get them away from that, he's talking them up. Making them feel a little bit more courage to come out and say and do crazy shit. And just say and do anything. Motherfuckers going to the supermarket in California, dude, wearing fucking Klan masks. When the fuck have you ever heard of some shit like that in California? The most liberal place in America. When have you ever heard a motherfucker trying some shit like that? Before now.
You haven't. None of this shit ever. It was around, but it was bad.
Motherfucker wasn't having no courage to put it in your face.
It wasn't accepted.
Now these motherfuckers trying to get courage enough to put it in your face, and it's elevating. They trying more and more shit. What was the purpose of having guns to go to these Capitol buildings and shit? Because I'm going to tell you what my biggest fear is. And I hate to be one of them fear-mongering motherfuckers. But my biggest fear is, dude, if Trump fucking around and lose this election, them motherfuckers going to lose their motherfucking mind.